against a narcissist. Imagine that you are in court with a sneaky narcissist and you are determined to show them for what they really are. That sounds pretty scary, right? Don't worry though. We've got this. We will talk about how to deal with narcissists in court and help you come up with a winning plan in this article. You'll never feel alone in your fight because our one-on-one talks start at just $1 a week. There is a link to sign up in the text below. You might make the best or worst choice ever when you decide to take a narcissist to court. One of the hardest things about revealing these master manipulators is that they are so good at making people believe they are innocent. That being said, they will always try to blame you, and that's what you need to do to win. You can stay ahead and make sure justice is done if you have the right tools and help. It's easy to forget that narcissists are very good at playing the victim during a court case. To get judges and juries to agree with them, they will say that their life was great until you came along and messed it up. But don't believe them. Some court officials say they can tell a narcissist from a mile away, but you usually need more than instincts to catch one. You'll need a skilled lawyer, a calculated anger that will drive you, and a weak narcissist who's finally met their match if you want to beat a narcissist in a divorce case, a custody fight, or any other legal matter. You'll have to work hard, but with the right help and tactics, you can bring the narcissist to court and win. It can be invasive and personal to go to court, which can help you when you're dealing with a narcissist. You will have a better chance of beating them if you look into their sneaky strategies and learn how they do what they do. Now, grab a snack and let's talk about all the different ways you can beat a narcissist in court. Don't forget that our one-on-one meetings are only a click away if you ever need extra help or advice. To start, click on the link in the text below. First and foremost, it is very important not to react to anything the narcissist says or does in court. People who are normally very calm may find it hard to keep it together when someone says something hurtful about them. Staying cool and not getting angry is very important. Legal professionals and court officials stress how important it is to show the judge and jury that you can control your feelings when the narcissist says hurtful things. You might make the judges think that you are the narcissist if you act without thinking. Experts say that the best way to beat a narcissist in court is to show that you are willing to accept feedback and know your own flaws. You don't want to seem, though, totally cut off from your feelings. It's important to find the right mix. A lot of the time, lawyers teach and prepare their clients to keep a calm attitude during the hearing, while also knowing when to talk about how hurt they are. People on the jury often watch how each side reacts to decide who the real narcissist is in a case. Some narcissists have trouble controlling their feelings, and when they're pushed to the edge, their outbursts can get worse. It is exactly this kind of narcissistic outburst that the lawyers for the victim want to show the judges, while also showing that their client is really the victim in the case. Second, lawyers can ask narcissists suggestive questions in a way that shows who they really are. People who are narcissists are concerned with keeping up a perfect appearance because they don't want anyone to think badly of them. This is where lawyers can learn how to beat a narcissist in court by asking the right questions in questioning that can make the narcissist to do certain things. Some questions that lawyers might ask are whether the selfish partner can relate to their children or whether it's true that they haven't talked to their kids in 3 months. These kinds of complicated questions are meant to bring out the narcissist's behavior and character. If you are getting a divorce, lawyers know that these kinds of questions can help you beat a narcissist in court, especially if it has to do with kids. They want to ask questions that go against what they said or don't make sense with what other witnesses have said. The objective is to show that the narcissist is to blame for what's happening and demonstrate that the target really did suffer the most. It's also important for lawyers in cases involving children to show how the narcissist's actions have hurt the children. Judges and lawyers look for signs of aggression because the jury is often looking for solid proof that a narcissist is present. But it can be hard to prove this. That's why it's important to ask the right questions in questioning. Lawyers can build a strong case against narcissists that will eventually lead to victory by asking them pointedly suggestive questions that show their true colors. Third, lawyers need to keep detailed records of everything that happens in order to beat a narcissist in court. Text messages, emails, and letters made to the victim are all important pieces of evidence and documentation. Lawyers are especially interested in any proof of physical or verbal abuse, as well as cases of trickery and gaslighting. Narcissists may try to get in touch with the victim when the case isn't going on in court, and lawyers stress how important it is to keep track of any exchanges that happen. It's just as important to record phone calls when the narcissist doesn't like the person on the other end. They might call to threaten or insult the victim, not understanding that it could backfire. People who work in the legal field are looking for any bad messages that keep the narcissist in the spotlight. Also, witness accounts are very important to them. They usually know that at least one person saw or heard the abuse, and it is very important to write down what those people said. Keeping track of any attempts to get in touch from the narcissist's family or friends can also be helpful proof, especially if a third party is involved. Before we go on, you might want to subscribe to my feed. It's a great way to get more helpful tips like these. Fourth, as this video already said, one of the most important things you can do to beat a narcissist in court is to get friends or family who saw the abuse involved. Lawyers put a lot of weight on outside witnesses because they know that someone has probably seen or heard the abuse in some way. Hearing phone calls, seeing gaslighting happen, or seeing marks on the victim's body are all examples of this. Lawyers know how important it is for these people to speak up during the hearing and provide any evidence, such as photos, notes, texts, or anything else that is relevant to the case. These kinds of proof can sometimes be the deciding factor in favor of the victim. Narcissists might not know that other people are aware of how cruel they are, which is a good way to beat them in court. Narcissists don't like it when other people get involved or have an opinion in their relationships, so involving outsiders can make them feel unstable. Most of the time, they think it's been just them and the target. Bringing in outsiders can scare the ego and show their weak side. Fifth, giving a narcissist the quiet treatment works well to get rid of them. These people love being the center of attention and need it all the time. But they can't stand it when people ignore them, treat them badly, or make them feel like they're not essential. Since they like giving the silent treatment to other people, but can't stand it when it's done to them, it can break them down. These things make them wonder what the other person is thinking and if they still love them. It might make them wonder if the person is thinking about them or just telling other people about them. Forcing yourself not to get involved in the narcissist's drama can make them angry and upset. It can help lawyers break down narcissists in court if they feel the same way their victims do. The narcissist loses control when they are ignored, which deprives them of the attention they want and could lead to an explosion. The narcissist might yell at the victim in court and blame them, saying that this wouldn't have happened if they had only listened to and done what the narcissist told them to do. This behavior shows that the narcissist is in charge of the relationship most of the time and backs up what the victim says. Sixth, it's important to show the court that you won't stand for being bullied. Narcissists can't stand it when other people make them feel bad about themselves, and they won't recognize people who don't agree with them. In court, as the victim, You need to show the judge and the narcissist that you're fed up with how they treat you. When narcissists feel like they're losing control of a situation, it makes them angry. When they lose their partner in front of a lot of people, it can hurt their self-esteem, and they may find it hard to stay calm. When they see you getting confidence, standing up to them, and questioning their power, they start to feel less important. This will cause the narcissist to change how they act, which can be seen in their body language and tone of voice. Lawyers can teach you how to beat a narcissist in court by showing you the right way to use tone of voice, body language, and words. They can teach you how to show the judge and jury that you're strong enough to fight back, which will make the narcissist act irritable, chatty, and confused. On the 7th point, going to therapy before the trial can really help you beat an ego. Talking to a therapist about the events in the relationship can help you see what is really going on at home in a fair and accurate way. Therapists can talk about the victim's pain, signs, and traits of long-term abuse if they present. This can help the victim's case against the narcissist in court, because the narcissist might not have seen things this way before hearing the therapist's view. When an expert witness tells the judge and jury what they know about the narcissist and how their behavior hurt the victim, it can shock them. This can help lawyers paint the narcissist in the worst possible way. If you like this video, please watch our other videos like it. Also, don't forget to leave a message that says, "I subscribed," so we can answer it personally. Let's embark on a journey through the enigmatic realm of narcissism, where navigating the treacherous waters proves to be a formidable challenge. Within this perilous domain, manipulative individuals view others merely as pawns in their elaborate game of self-aggrandizement. Their actions are driven solely by the pursuit of their own ego-driven ambitions, with little regard for the consequences inflicted upon others. To them, we are but mere chess pieces on their board, devoid of individuality or personal aspirations. Narcissists are consumed by an insatiable thirst for control, and any deviation from their grasp is perceived as a direct threat to their dominance. The inability to exert authority over those close to them fuels a relentless anger within them, for it signifies a loss of power. This individual or entity becomes the bane of their existence, propelling narcissists to the brink of insanity. The mere notion of defeat, whether in a game, a professional setting, or a romantic entanglement, ignites profound discomfort within them, revealing the depths of their insecurity. Those who possess traits that directly challenge the narcissist's worldview are perceived as the ultimate adversaries, stirring up feelings of resentment and contempt. However, fear not, for even if you do not embody all these traits, maintaining your composure can cause the narcissist to lose interest, particularly if you exhibit at least 2 of these characteristics. Before we delve deeper into this captivating topic, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all those who have dedicated their time to watch this film. To our new viewers, a warm welcome to our channel. Your presence here is truly appreciated. Today, our focus revolves around exploring the personality traits that irk narcissists the most. Understanding these traits will shed light on what triggers their descent into madness. Keep in mind that maintaining resilience and composure can strip a narcissist of their power and allure, even if you don't possess all of these traits. 1. Protectors of boundaries. The first requirement is people who stick to their limits and don't give in to narcissists' demands. If you think they're not strong enough, you will be wrong, because they will strongly reject any attempts to control or manage their actions. People who are firm in their beliefs and refuse to give in are the worst enemies of narcissists, because they ruin their lives. When narcissists try to get into these people's lives or time, they are met with fierce opposition that drives the narcissists crazy. 2. Warriors with no fear. The second requirement is brave people who aren't afraid to face the narcissist head-on. They are not afraid to address the narcissist when it's necessary and call them out on being dishonest or deceptive. Their unwavering nature makes the ego very uncomfortable, so it's hard for them to find comfort in their company. No matter what form it takes, these people will not be scared off by the narcissist's actions. Sentinels who are not impressed. The third requirement is that the person is not impressed by the narcissist's showy ways of promoting themselves and is not trusting the front they put on. These people are slow to recognize or praise others and want proof of trustworthiness before getting close. They don't rush to make new friends or are open to meeting new people right away. It takes more than a cute smile or a perfect look to trust someone. Because of this, the narcissist feels like they are not important because they can't change or please these smart people. 4. Things that destroy ego. Fourth, people who make narcissists feel small and unimportant despite how great they think they are. Along with the other things listed, this person doesn't trust the narcissist and keeps them out of their inner group. They won't invite each other or accept offers from each other, so they won't get to spend much time together. They show they don't want to be around the narcissist by using the grey rock method, which means they avoid interacting with them and don't react much to their crazy behavior. 5. The joy of being successful. Fifth on the list is someone who is more successful than the narcissist or has something they don't have. Think about a situation where one person is happily married and the narcissist is still single. It's also possible that the narcissist doesn't have any material things like a car or a house, while the other person does. Narcissists are jealous of others' success and hate it when others do better than them. Even small differences can make them angry. 6. Spirits that can't be tamed. The sixth requirement is people with free spirits who live their lives on their own terms and don't care what other people think. This character is the opposite of narcissism, so the narcissist can't stand being around them. Narcissistic envy is the feeling that these people have that they want to have the freedom that these people have naturally. Narcissists hate people who are always happy because free spirits tend to be carefree and happy. Narcissists get angry when other people are truly happy and joyful because they know they can never have what those people have, which makes them act irrationally. Narcissists hate it when other people speak with more power because it makes them feel less important. People who aren't afraid to say when they're wrong are also seen as more valuable. Narcissists enjoy praising themselves and making up big achievements that they think are great. They like to complain, spread rumors, and make up interesting stories. They are naturally good at telling lies. The thing that narcissists fear most is meeting someone who is honest and able to get people's attention with their real personality. There is only one word that can describe everything: sincerity. All of the traits we just talked about are linked by this one thing. A real person is honest in every part of their life and follows a clear set of rules for behavior. When you deal with them, you get what you see. Narcissists, on the other hand, live in the world of lies and put their own lies onto everyone else. The narcissist wants to get rid of all real people because they see authenticity as a threat to their false life and want to get rid of it totally. When these people are around, the mask falls away and the truth comes out. Just like they think of themselves, the narcissist sees them all as fakes. The narcissist has to hide in their protected shell because they feel angry, frustrated, and uncomfortable. The person who has these traits has a big advantage. They have a deep understanding of the selfish mind. The narcissist's first goal is to get out of a violent relationship. They know that they can't trick this person. And what's worse, they know that this person has the power to reveal their true nature. Narcissists often come up with a way to get away from people who fit this description or do anything else they can to avoid them because they don't want to become their target. Narcissists hate these people very much because they have the power of truth. Because they are honest with themselves and everyone else they meet, they create an atmosphere where honesty rules. The narcissist stays away from them because they are scary when they face the truth. These individuals possess all the traits that a narcissist lacks. They are consistently real, set clear limits, and are not afraid to confront others. They really give off an air of respect and awe, and they keep a healthy view of life and themselves. Additionally, narcissists have no control over their ability to spot and avoid dangerous people. Narcissists' worst nightmares come true when they meet people with these traits. The narcissist grows a strong dislike for them because they can't change or control them. They try to plant doubt and suspicion in the person they want to target in the hopes that some of them will grow, or that they can find someone who shares their bad view of that person. That's the end of today's journey. Please leave your questions or thoughts in the area below for comments. Thank you for taking the time to read and share. We're truly grateful for your presence today. In this video, we delve into a widespread concern, the aftermath of severing ties with a narcissist. Many individuals ponder what goes through the narcissist's mind when you cut off all communication. The narcissist's response hinges on the duration of your acquaintance with them. Have you been in their orbit for years or mere months? The depth and duration of your relationship with this individual prior to going no contact are pivotal in understanding their behavior. When you initiate no contact with narcissists, you cease all communication. You erect a barrier, refusing any form of interaction. Narcissists perceive this as your responsibility to re-establish contact. Initially, they may display resilience, convinced they can bend you to their will. Their mindset is one of superiority, expecting you to capitulate. Why do they harbor such beliefs? Because you possess emotions and empathy, qualities they interpret as weaknesses. To a narcissist, emotional vulnerability equates to weakness. They anticipate that your emotions will override your resolve, compelling you to reach out to them. This is their perspective. It's crucial to maintain steadfast adherence to no interaction with narcissists. No contact means exactly that, irrespective of the circumstances, be it their birthday or an occasion involving mutual acquaintances. No contact signifies your unequivocal decision to sever ties and move on from the relationship. After cutting off communication, the narcissist won't lose sleep over it. They're devoid of empathy and seldom fret over your well-being. Instead, they swiftly move on to their next target or source of attention. Often, they've already been grooming a replacement while in your company. Narcissists typically have contingency plans to evade solitude, as they dread being alone and crave validation and companionship. With you out of the picture, the narcissist redirects their focus to their new target, someone fresh and captivating. They'll pour their energy into this new source of attention, ensuring they always have someone to fill the void. Should the new supply prove unsatisfactory or resistant to manipulation, they may reminisce about you. This is why closure is seldom offered by narcissists. They prefer to keep their options open and avoid burning bridges. Only in extreme circumstances, marked by a significant falling out, will a narcissist sever ties completely. Otherwise, they're likely to resurface, gauging your receptiveness to reconciliation. If they believe there's still something to gain from you, such as sexual intimacy, financial resources, or social status, they'll attempt to hoover you back into the relationship. Their return often coincides with dissatisfaction with their current supply or the perception that you've cooled down. Perhaps you ceased communication due to suspicions of infidelity or gaslighting, leaving them feeling temporarily thwarted. In such instances, they'll bide their time, investing in their new supply, before circling back to reel you back in. A message may appear, innocently asking, "How have you been?" Or, "Long time no talk," or even, "I miss you." The narcissist seeks to reconnect, yet conveniently sidesteps the disagreement that led to the breakup. Dodging accountability for their actions, they choose to brush past it as if it never occurred. You might find yourself disheartened, realizing you were deceived by the narcissist's facade and their promises of a shared future. Left alone after cutting ties, you're left without a backup plan, having believed in the authenticity of your bond with the narcissist. The pain, bewilderment, and betrayal linger, leaving you questioning the abrupt shift from apparent commitment to inconsistency. Once the narcissist senses they've regained your attention, their displays of affection diminish, the love bombing ceases, and they resume their quest for a new source of validation. It's all a game to them, a cycle of ensnaring and discarding, driven by insatiable greed. They fail to appreciate the presence of a genuine companion, always seeking more, perhaps from a supplementary source, while keeping you on standby. As you see through their manipulations and choose to maintain your distance, the narcissist redirects their efforts to other targets. You may or may not be aware of this. Eventually, they may attempt to reel you back in through hoovering tactics. So, do narcissists miss you during no contact? It's crucial to understand their mindset. They may miss what you provided, but not as genuine love. True love doesn't allow for letting go. Through experience, I've come to understand that if a narcissist truly loved you, they would never let you slip away. While they may have a liking for you, narcissists consistently prioritize themselves above all else. Their attention shifts to their new source of validation, sidelining you in the process. Many narcissists assume you'll remain available, believing no one else will offer the same level of care and devotion. They hold on to the notion that you'll be waiting for them, even if you've moved on. This self-centered mindset drives their actions. A narcissist feels a significant blow when they discover you've begun dating someone else. They dislike the idea of others benefiting from what they perceive as their territory. Their focus on maintaining multiple sources of validation distracts them from any lingering thoughts of you. The narcissist often resurfaces during periods of drought, seeking to reclaim your attention through hoovering tactics and love bombing. When a narcissist attempts to rekindle the relationship, it's crucial to question their motives. Would they have risked losing you if they genuinely cared? True love would prompt them to address issues promptly, rather than reappearing months or years later with ulterior motives. If a narcissist goes weeks without contacting you, it's essential to recognize their self-serving nature. They prioritize their own needs above all else. Any return on their part is typically driven by their failure elsewhere or their desire to exploit what you can offer. They may view you as a pawn in their manipulative game, testing your response to their reappearance. Engaging with a narcissist only exposes your vulnerability to their manipulative tactics. Reflect on the deception, manipulation, and betrayal you've experienced at their hands. Offering them your time and attention only serves to empower narcissistic behavior, perpetuating the cycle of lies and manipulation. They may bank on their attractive appearance to win you over, but looks alone don't determine worth. Both narcissists and non-narcissists can be visually appealing. When narcissists run out of other tactics, they may rely on their looks to sway people. Many fall under their spell, blinded by their allure. They may entertain the idea of reconciliation, believing the narcissist has changed, but reuniting with a narcissist only perpetuates the cycle of abuse. They might put on a facade for a brief period, but the underlying issues will resurface. Eventually, someone will be ghosted. If a narcissist manages to lure you back, they'll likely resume their manipulative behavior and seek validation from others. Allowing them back into your life may lead them to view you as desperate or gullible. Their respect for you may diminish now that they have you back in their clutches. They'll assume you'll always be there, regardless of any conflicts or attempts to break away. This pattern of breaking up and reconciling with narcissists is often viewed as desperate behavior, signaling a willingness to tolerate their mistreatment and lowering your own value. It's crucial to address conflicts with your partner early on. Arguments are inevitable, and everyone needs space at times. Prolonged breaks can be detrimental to relationships, leading both parties to seek companionship elsewhere. Upon reconciliation, questions about interactions during the break only serve to exacerbate the underlying issues. If conflicts cannot be resolved, particularly in committed relationships or marriages with children, it may indicate fundamental compatibility issues. Effective problem-solving is vital in these situations, as the well-being of children is also at stake. Understanding the consequences of your actions is essential for maintaining healthy relationships and family dynamics. Regrettably, many individuals act impulsively without considering the repercussions on others or the dynamics within the family. Opt for a clean break when implementing the no-contact rule. Walk away from the narcissist, acknowledge the toxicity of the relationship, and recognize that the negatives outweighed the positives. Relationships lacking in trust are destined to fail. Living in constant fear of deceit is detrimental to one's well-being. Although going no contact may be challenging and isolating, it is preferable to remaining in a toxic relationship indefinitely. Allowing a narcissist to continually violate your boundaries will ultimately lead to the breakdown of the relationship, with either party eventually departing. Remember, life is short, and squandering it on toxic individuals is a grave mistake. I've learned this through experience. Respect your time and refrain from investing it in liars, gaslighters, or manipulators. There's no need to engage in their games. Let them behave childishly. Mature adults can offer support during life's challenges and engage in meaningful conversations. When dealing with narcissists, employ the grey rock strategy. Make yourself uninteresting and indifferent to them. Block their attempts at communication. If someone they know